Even though the book takes place in our day and time, there comes a point where we step back into the monster and understand what made him a monster. And this comes back into the past. The rider came swiftly through the darkness. Hoofbeats his only herald. The lantern he carried moved swiftly through the trees like the ghost lights of legend. Charles threw on his coat. He'd not dressed for bed, but stood waiting by the window, and rushed downstairs. Jesse McDougal rode madly to the big stone house, pulled his horse up short in front of the door. Moving forward, Charles took the horse's reins, and the rider jumped to the ground, foregoing the assistance of stirrups. "Charles, you have to get everyone up. Now, you have to leave here." He grabbed Charles by the arm in desperation. "They come. They're heading this way, right now, not 2 hours' ride." Charles didn't have to ask who rode their way, or what they wanted. "Ride to the other houses. Let them all know to meet me at the edge of the creek, now. Leave everything behind. Take only the clothes they can carry. Hurry." He helped hoist Jesse back into the saddle. "Tell any who want to run to meet us at the docks, but be careful who you choose to tell. Go." He rushed into the house as Jesse sped away at a gallop. The others had been prepared. As he rode back home that day, he gathered the head of each household and held a meeting in the large barn that adjoined all the properties. The agreement had been reached. They must leave for the New World. A rider was dispatched to the cove to find a ship. Charles knew it would be waiting, though not exactly how. It just would be, and they would make it across the ocean to safety. Everyone would have what they could carry waiting. Jewels and gold were split among them into small amounts that were easy to transport. Each family was equipped with enough to survive and pay passage should they become separated. The group gathered at the creek. Everyone was accounted for before they headed for the coast. In the cool autumn night, they slipped through the darkness, not daring to even light a torch. The riders of the witchfinders passed them as they crept silently through the trees. In the dim light, they approached the edge of the fishing village, where the ship would be waiting. The man Charles had sent appeared to lead the way. "There's a ship on the far end of the village, waiting to set sail. It was like he was just waiting there for us. It was already stocked, provisions and crew." He spoke in wonder, feeling the new power that surged through him. They all felt it and were grateful. Charles watched them board with relief, feeling he had done the right thing. Several families joined them who knew the fate they would face if they didn't, and they set sail as the morning mist was burning off. The homeland shrank into the distance as they left the only existence they'd ever known for an unrevealed destination. Standing on the decks, some wept, but all were relieved, and watched as the dark-clad riders of the Witchfinder General emerged on shore. The horses paced as if agitated, with their riders yelling undistinguishable words in their wake. This was the story that Charles told Miranda when they strolled under the stars several nights before the birth of their first child, a son. It made him that much taller and stronger in her eyes. It was scary. There was no mistake, but he'd done what he must. At the time, she didn't grasp what it meant for the family they had begun together. It was not until after Prescott was born that she realized what he'd done.